So do you use air rifles in your business, or
Yeah, sure.
you do?
So, what is the cost of this air rifle?
That one is about 680.
£690.
Yeah, without the scope. That one is £1,600 without the scope. This one is 469. It includes the scope. Includes that as well. So it's a full kit. 469. And that gun is just as accurate as those. So as a council, if you were going along and you wanted to do any bird work or whatever, rats, shooting rats, that sort of thing would be
It's the same in my job.
perfect.
I go on somebody's
Especially if
site,
you've got
some
multiple
contractors
people
are doing
using it.
some right dodgy stuff, and you just have to tell the client, hang on a minute,
Okay,
they're representing you, they're doing this on your behalf. Yeah, not
This
following.
without the scope is you say how much?
About 680.
£690 without the scope.
Yes. And then a scope, you're talking possibly another 300.
So almost £1,000.
Well, you're talking that, and then you're going to need a dive bottle to fill it up,
An evolution.
or you're going to need something like this to fill it up.
So, it doesn't get much use anymore.
So like how many rats can you take out if the scope is filled up with this?
This one,
Yeah, I mean,
once the
it's got more
cylinder
value
is
to me
filled
as
up,
it is
that'd be about, you've got about 90 shots before you need to fill it up again.
90 shots. 90 rats.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Tolu Caleb. I am the lead facilitator of Rotimax Pest Control Training Academy, the first private registered pest control training academy in Nigeria, and the only private pest control training academy in Nigeria that have conducted offline trainings in various states in Nigeria. We've had offline trainings in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, in Uyo, in Ibadan, and so many other states. Now, the topic of discussion today is understanding more about usage of firearms in the pest control industry, putting Africa, Nigeria into perspective. Air rifle is commonly used in the developed countries for control of rats, squirrels, rabbits, and some other pests. We're bringing this into our environment here, looking at the psychological effects on the clients, the environment, is something that we need to discuss. So, to have more life experience about air rifles, about firearms that are used in the pest control industry, I was privileged to be at the stand of a company that produces firearms for pest controllers while I attend BPCA show earlier this year. Air rifle requires skills in handling. The safe use of air weapons that can be used for effective pest control is not for a layman. Firing and maintenance air rifles and air pistols, as well as knowledge and understanding the relevant legislation in relation to air weapons and the security, the transportation, how to carry it, handling it, loading and discharging air weapons for pest control are some of the things that we are going to be discussing here. Some of the things that we need to understand is the legal requirements. Is not every country that you can import an air rifle for pest control purpose. You need to determine the effective range of rifle projectiles according to the type of ammunition used. And you have to establish the firing line. The special conditions for some of them have shooting heads where appropriate. And also to avoid misfiring in accordance with the manufacturer's instruction and safe working practices. At the Pest X year 2022, Pest X is a premier event for pest control industry in the world where exhibitors come from every part of the world to display their products. I was privileged to also attend the one at London this year 2022. I had interactions with companies that manufactures and distributes air rifles, and what got my attention majorly was the cost. When they mentioned the cost to me, the first thing I thought about is oh, it has also used a cartridge, more like a cartridge, I mean, guns use bullets, so the scope, you have to always change. When you fire, for maybe sometimes you have to change. When I did the breakdown in pounds, it was about 7.5 or thereabout, which means at the moment a pound to naira in the black market is 850 naira. So when you do maths, you realize that you'll be spending over 6,000 naira for a shot on a rat. How feasible and how realistic it is. But this is not to say it is not a viable means of rodent control, but it is a bit costly for our own industry here in Africa, where you do the mathematics based on what we charge, except when the customer is ready to pay the premium. I think it might be realistic in that.